over my body. Under my skin I can feel you creeping in, I can feel you slowing down and moving around. You held my body in your control, when my body was breaking down, but my body is coming round to its senses. Now I believe you. That's alright, just a closer walk beside your lonely water. Screaming Moses, that's alright. And I love you like a song, yes, I love you. And without you I wonder, as you dream your dream tonight, let tomorrow look me right in the eye. Oh, now they need somebody to steal away with somebody, while the rivers are many, we don't clear to the sea. And I love you like a song, yes, I love you. And without you I wonder, oh, I love you.
Please could you all stand to welcome our bridal party? Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Beach Hill as we gather for one of the happiest of all days for Andrea and Alan. And every one of you is here because they chose you to be here, because you all occupy a very special place in their lives and in their hearts. And they wouldn't be here without you, because throughout their lives you have given them love, support and friendship. And without you, this day would not be possible. And after today, they will continue to rely on your love, friendship, and support. And so I have a question for you. And I hope you will all respond by shouting, "We will," as loudly as you can. And my question is, as they embark on their married life together, will you continue to give Andrea and Alan your love, support, and friendship? Yeah, it was all right. When I asked them what they wanted to remember most about today, they said, all of it. Us becoming one in marriage, and this is going to be the most special thing we're ever going to experience together. And we can't wait to see each other's faces for the first time. Well, I think we can all see by their faces that they got their memorable moment when they saw each other for the first time. And I think we can see how happy they are to be together, side by side, ready to exchange wedding vows, ready to become one on their very personal journey into marriage. So welcome to their support team, Andrea's bridesmaids, wherever they are. Zara, Vicky and Danielle, to Alan's best men, Denver and Johnny, and welcome their beautiful flower girls, Janice and Alicia. And a very special welcome to their parents, Rosie and David, Lorna and Arthur. But most important of all, welcome Andrea and Alan. This is your special day. This is the day your friends and families have gathered together to celebrate the story of two special people, a story that developed into love, and a love that is about to be written into the joyful story of marriage. So, as one chapter of your story ends today, the next is only just beginning. May it be long and happy and full of fun and excitement. My name is Trevor Malloy. I'm a humanist wedding celebrant, and I'm delighted that Andrea and Alan have chosen a humanist wedding. And you might be wondering what humanism is. It's called humanism because it's based on our common humanity, the bond we all have with each other as humans. We accept the universe as a natural place, and we look to science and evidence to make sense of it. And we believe we can live good, happy, and meaningful lives on the basis of reason and empathy, recognizing that whatever differences we think there are between us, we are all part of one human family. And there are very few better places to see this common human bond than in a marriage. A humanist wedding finds its deepest meaning in the bond between two people very much in love, as Andrea and Alan so clearly are. It's not funny.
Yes.
Every humanist wedding affirms this unique bond with a unique ceremony, written specially for each couple to reflect their personalities, their views, and to make it personal to them. So let's get started. Let's all give them their special day, a day to remember, a day of happiness, of fun, of laughter, and of love. Now, just when you all thought you could sit back and relax, I need your help with a special part of the wedding. We call this the warming of the wedding rings. In a moment, not yet, Denver will give you the rings. And if you could hold them and warm them briefly in your hands, and then pass them on to the person beside you, all the way around, until they hopefully come back to Denver. As you hold them, you can silently make a personal wish for Andrea and Alan and their marriage. If you have a religious belief, you might like to make your wish in keeping with your faith. When it is time for Andrea and Alan to exchange them, their wedding rings will have been warmed by the love and wishes of you all. Denver, can you pass the rings now, please? So while the rings are getting lost, I'll carry on. We're all here today because of love. But what exactly is love? You know it when you feel it, and you recognize it when you see it, but it can be hard to describe, and so we often turn to poetry to help us. And I have chosen a poem for their wedding called The Art of a Good Marriage. It's a lovely reflection on love and marriage. A good marriage must be created. In the marriage, the little things are the big things. It is never too old to hold hands. It is remembering to say, I love you, at least once a day. It is never going to sleep angry. It is having a mutual sense of value and common objectives. It is standing together and facing the world. It is forming a circle of love that gathers in the whole family. It is speaking words of appreciation and gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is having the capacity to forgive and forget. It is giving each other the atmosphere in which each can grow. It's a common search for the good and the beautiful. It is not only marrying the right partner, it is being the right partner. So Andrea and Alan, your wedding day is a public affirmation of your love. It's an expression of the love you have for each other and your desire to build your future on the foundation of that love. And in marriage, we don't give up our individuality. We continue to grow. And sometimes growth can bring changes as the years pass. But love can cope with change, because love can create the space and the light and the air and the nourishment that helps each other to flourish. And as we heard in the poem, it is giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow. Now, we often talk about being in love, but that's just talking about a feeling. Love is really an activity. To love someone is to actively express it every day in thought and word and deed. And love expresses itself not only through grand romantic gestures, but also through the smallest of things, the small things that seem so unimportant, but are often the most important things of all. In another line from the poem we heard, the little things are the big things. So of course, I wanted to know, what are those little things that Andrea and Alan do to keep the flames of love and romance burning bright? Which of them is the more romantic one? Well, they claim that neither of them is really romantic. And I'm not sure I believe them, but I'll let you decide once you've heard their story. So I said earlier that Andrea and Alan are about to embark on a whole new chapter of their love story. But before we start the next chapter, I would like to tell you about the previous ones. Now, if anyone here doesn't believe in love at first sight, let me introduce you to Andrea and Alan. They met almost 13 years ago at Halloween in a bar in Portstewart. Alan hadn't planned to go there, but his friend wanted a drink. So Alan decided he would just call in for 5 minutes. 5 minutes that would change their lives forever. And in the bar, they met another friend, a mutual friend of Andrea's. And soon, Andrea joined them and immediately started talking to Alan. And Alan was, in his own words, completely blown away. And Andrea kept asking him, "Who am I? Who am I?" over and over again. Alan was very confused and started to panic. And he thought, who is this attractive young woman chatting to me with such ease and confidence? So he asked her, "Do I actually know you?" And Andrea, in her Halloween costume, replied, "I'm Willy Wonka." And they spent the rest of the night chatting and chatting. And Alan told me, you really couldn't have shut her up that night. She was just a young woman loving life and having a great night out with friends, which I loved. Popping into that bar for 5 minutes was probably the best decision I've ever made. And they met up a few times on nights out after that. They realised they really liked each other, and so a first date was organised to the cinema. And Andrea still maintains that Alan chose Ballymena Cinema so that no one they knew would see them. Something he denies, of course. Alan had a very, very unreliable BMW back then. And as the weather wasn't great, Andrea drove in her wee Renault Clio. And as she said, first dates are nerve-wracking enough, never mind having to pick the guy up. And never mind that all men judge women drivers. That just goes to show how much I liked him. Now, I couldn't possibly comment on women drivers, so I will just mention that when Andrea dropped him home and was reversing out of the drive, she almost ended up in the middle of his lawn. And Alan told me, after our date, I didn't think much of her driving, but I was definitely smitten. And they've been together ever since. But there must have been one moment, that one special moment, when they realised they had found that one special person they wanted to be with for life. And I thought I should just read to you what they told me in their own words. Andrea said, "I knew pretty quickly there was an instant attraction between us from that first night, which is absolutely ridiculous as I was dressed as Willy Wonka. And the laugh is that Alan was so taken aback by me that he couldn't bring himself to ask for my number. So he asked our mutual friend Johnny for it."
Where's Johnny?
Is he here? No. "I have never felt so free around someone. From that very first night, I felt I could be totally myself with Alan, and over 12 years later, that's very much continued." And Alan said, the first night I met Andrea, I was blown away. And the next time we met up, I knew there was something special between us. We chatted and laughed all night. We even managed to blag a lift from a limo from a local chippy to a house party. We had our first kiss up against an electric box meter in Ballymoney Main Street, which is my kids, as my children would say, too much information. But we walked past that electric box with Bruno nearly every night, which reminds us of that one mad night when I knew this was the woman I wanted to spend my life with. But I wanted to know more about what they love about each other. Alan says, "I love Andrea's smile and her laugh. I love how she looks at me. I hope she feels the same when I look at her. I love how kind, caring and thoughtful she is, constantly going the extra mile for me and everyone around her." And Andrea said, "Oh gosh, there's so much." "Well, first I must say he's a rather handsome man. And his humour, that cheeky chappy sense of humour, was another reason why I was so attracted to him that first night. Well, that and the blonde highlights. He has a lovely, easygoing, carefree personality. I don't think he has a judgmental bone in his body. I love how loved he makes me feel. There's not a day that goes by when he doesn't tell me how beautiful he thinks I am." Honestly, I could go on, but I'm rambling now. And so, only about 12 years later, Andrea proposed. But proposals never go to plan. Plan A had been to propose at Glastonbury, but COVID ruined that plan. So for plan B, she decided on the back garden. She had helium balloons spelling "Marry Me" all ready to hang out on the fence. But the letter E flew away, and as Andrea said, a little bit of me flew with it. It was Alan's 30th birthday, and his first day back at work after furlough. He arrived home to find Andrea standing in the garden like a nervous teenager. He really didn't expect it at all, but they were both so happy, and it was a perfect birthday. Alan said he will never forget her nervous giggle as she popped the big question. And of course, not wanting to waste the helium, after proposing and celebrating with bubbles, Andrea inhaled some of the helium and sang happy birthday to Alan. Now, to end their story, but mainly to stop them seeming like a perfect couple, do they have any little differences? Is there anything they would change about each other if they could? Well, Andrea told me that Alan definitely takes the lead in most things. He's much more organised, while she just takes each day as it comes. But then she added, "I know this sounds cheesy, but I wouldn't change a single thing about him. Alan keeps me grounded. He makes up for what I lack. He brings out the best in me." Well, that's not cheesy at all, Andrea. And I should say, well, marriage is not a competition. I think that's 1-0 to Andrea so far. Alan told me that, yes, he's certainly the planner, organiser and accountant in their relationship, while Andrea is the director and supervisor. But he says that works well and he'd be lost without her. He says Andrea is more of a thinker compared to him. In fact, he says he sometimes doesn't even think at all, especially before he speaks. And he's probably a little too laid back, so much so that Andrea eventually had to pop the question to him. But then he added, we have a few differences, but they just make us stronger. But we're also very alike in many ways. For example, both of us are Egypts. So I think we'll call that a draw. Now, it's almost time for Andrea and Alan to make their wedding vows. But first, we will have a reading. Andrea tells me that her and Zara quickly became forever friends when they worked together. Andrea was not only her bridesmaid, but is also godmother to her beautiful son, Caelan. And so it is with pleasure that I invite Andrea's forever friend, Zara, to read for us. Okay. There's 2 pages.
Marriage is not a piece of paper neatly folded in a file. It is 2 people on a journey they hope will make them smile. 2 people courageously placing their hearts out on the line. 2 people bravely facing their fears gained over time. 2 whole and happy people who want to share their lives. To hold hands through life's lessons and celebrate good times. To have someone who knows us but loves us all the same. Someone who makes us light up by whispering our name. If marriage was a piece of paper, it would be a piece of art, hanging in a gallery, stirring people's hearts. And as they gaze into it, that marriage in a frame, their thoughts on what made marriage would never be the same. It takes a little kindness, a whole heart full of love, loyalty and understanding, some prayers to up above. It takes strength and true compassion, and words that do not hurt, to people on a journey that want to make it work. To be there for each other, even more when things get tough. First you choose each other, and then keep choosing love.
Thank you, Zara. And now it is time for the heart of our ceremony. Time to start the next chapter in their story. Time for Andrea and Alan to become husband and wife. And they have chosen to make their wedding vows with their hands bound together as they literally tie the knot with the ancient wedding tradition of hand fasting. So I now invite David and Arthur to bring up their hand fasting ribbons. So if you stand close to Andrea and hold left hand to left hand. Left hand to left hand. And if you do it wrist to wrist. Like that. So if you You're not escaping from that?
No, definitely not. No.
That's okay.
Yeah.
If you just drape it across. Thank you. That's fine. Okay. Okay, you can sit down again. That's that. And sit. Okay. I'll do a wee bit.
Yeah.
Run away. Yeah. Right, I'll feel the button.
Yep.
And really good listen. These are the hands that will love you. These are the hands that will hold and comfort you. These are the hands that will give you support. These are the hands you will use to build your life together. Remember, you hold each other's hearts in these hands. Hold them with care. And there's a lovely quote about this by Jeanette Winterson. In the heat of your hands, I thought, I will hold on to this pulse against all other rhythms. The world will come and go in the tide of a day, but here is your hand with my future in its palm. Andrea and Alan, a marriage is a partnership built on the foundation of your love and friendship, a partnership where two people have chosen freely to enter into the commitment of marriage. With these thoughts in mind, you will soon make your wedding vows. Vows made freely to each other, vows made in love, vows made in the warmth and love of your families and friends. But before you make your vows, let's reflect on the importance of the commitments you're about to make as you cross the threshold into marriage. You have known each other from that first day you met in that bar in Portstewart to this day of commitment, and at some point in between you decided to marry. And from that moment of yes to this moment of I do, you have been making promises and agreements. All those conversations, all those sentences that began with when we're married and continued with I will and you will and we will. All those sentences that included someday and somehow and maybe. All those things are the real journey of a wedding. And the vows you're about to make are your way of saying to one another, you know all those things I promised and hoped and dreamed. Well, I meant it. Every single word. Your wedding day is one brief moment in time and your vows are made in a matter of minutes. But they are promises that will last a lifetime. And now you shall say just a few more words that will take you across a threshold, and things will never be the same. For after your vows, you can say to everyone, this is Alan, my husband. This is Andrea, my wife. And there may be other days as special as this one, but none of them could be more special, because this is the day, this is the moment. This is the foundation upon which all your future days and moments are built. So take a moment, take a breath, look around you, look at each other, remember this moment. Fine.
Thank you.
Alan, please repeat after me. I, Alan,
I, Alan,
take you, Andrea,
take you, Andrea,
to be my wife.
to be my wife.
Andrea, please repeat after me. I, Andrea,
I, Andrea,
take you, Alan,
take you, Alan,
to be my husband.
to be my husband.
If you just take your left hands out, and sort of keep the float ties on up. Hold it up. Yeah, they've tied the knot.
Yeah.
You can hold hands, you're married now. You may now give each other the gift of a wedding ring. A ring is a circle, and a circle has no beginning and no end. But while your story has a beginning, your love for each other has no end. And so the circle of your wedding ring symbolizes your eternal love for each other. These rings will be a permanent reminder of your love, of your dreams for your life together, and the promises you have made today. If you're ever apart, whether far apart or just in the next room, you will always have these rings to keep your bond unbroken. Denver, could you please give the rings to Alan and Andrea? Alan, please place the ring on Andrea's finger and repeat after me. Andrea, I give you this ring
Andrea, I give you this ring
as a sign of my love.
as a sign of my love.
Know I am always with you
I know I'm always with you
and by your side.
and by your side. Oh, damn.
Don't worry, it never fits.
No.
Andrea, please place the ring on Alan's finger and repeat after me. Alan, I give you this ring
Alan, I give you this ring
as a sign of my love.
as a sign of my love.
Know I am always with you
Know that I am always with you
and by your side.
and by your side.
So we have all heard the vows you have made. We have all watched you bind yourselves together with hand fasting and with wedding rings. And so with the commitments you have both made, as witnessed by us all here today, it gives me great pleasure to now pronounce you husband and wife. You've kissed 1,000 times before, maybe more, but never before as husband and wife. You may now seal your marriage with a kiss. May you have joy and be the light of each other's days. May you always see and encourage the best in each other. May any challenges that life brings make your marriage stronger. May you always be each other's best friends. Your future is now yours to write. May you write it well. And what could the future look like for Andrea and Alan? Well, hopefully it will be a long and happy lifetime of doing their favourite things, like simply eating together and chatting about their day, like chilled weekends with Bruno, and a lovely walk on a fresh, cold, sun-kissed morning with a coffee date to follow, or like one of their wee getaways exploring different places together. May you both have many, many happy days with these. So thank you all for your love, friendship and support you have given to Andrea and Alan today and every day. They will now leave us as they take their first ever walk as husband and wife. Please follow them out and let's get the celebration started with the drinks reception in the bar. Now, would you please all stand and make far, far too much noise for Mr. and Mrs. Taylor.
Out in the garden, a bumblebee buzzes by my nose. All the while, the kettle's boiled, forgot my toast. These serve as reminders of what really matters most. Just how beautiful life can be when one allows her to breathe. foreign desire. I know not where life will lead if I'm to inspire. Lead by example, not by greed. All or not knowing, it's easier than you've been led to believe. Just how beautiful life can be when one allows her to breathe. Let the children have their chance to see just how beautiful life can be. Just how beautiful life can be when one allows her to breathe. Let the children have their chance to see just how beautiful life can be. Just how beautiful life can be. Let the children have their chance to see just how beautiful life can be.
You take a photo, eternalize this moment for the days when I don't believe, when our love gets stolen, cause there's no exception, and I know time will take you far from me. Let this night invade my lungs, you're all I wanna breathe. Right beside the lake, I burn for you, you burn for me. So kiss me the way that you would if we died tonight. Hold me the way that you would for the final time. Whatever may come somewhere deep inside, there's always this version of you and I. So just kiss me the way that you would if we died tonight. If we died tonight. All the deepest secrets, all the darkest moments.
Let me hear you. One more time. I can't hear you. Oh, guys. Are you ready to receive your bride and groom first time as husband and wife? Can I ask you all now to please be upstanding? Let me hear you lift the roof for the first time, introducing Mr. and Mrs. Taylor! What an entrance! Let's hear it one more time for your beautiful bride and groom, ladies and gentlemen. If you'd all like to take your seats.
Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, if I can ask you now to just pay full attention to your beautiful bride, who's going to speak first, Andrea.
Wow.
Oh dear.
I know.
Good evening, family and friends. Please bear with me, as it is not like me to stand up and speak. So this could go either really well and I get a bit of confidence boost, or it could be another silly Andrea moment. And here, God love Alan, he's experienced far too many of those over the years. So here goes nothing. Firstly, to all our guests, as I look around this room, it fills me with utter joy that you have all made such an effort to join us in our special day. And I can only hope that you all enjoy the day as much as us. It's just, we really are. We're blown away. Yeah. I would also like to say a special little thank you to the best men. So Denver and Johnny. Over the years, I think so highly of you both. You definitely have a special place in my heart. And Alan's definitely picked two good men to stand here with him today. So he has. And I'm just, as I said, like, I'm totally blown away. Like, you can even just hear it in me. Like, you both have really outdone yourselves. You really have, and given Alan the send-off he deserves. So thank you so much. Also, I would like to say a special little thank you to my bridesmaids. There's one over here as well. And I just want to say to you girls that you have been extremely supportive and simply amazing throughout the whole process. You have made today stress-free and super special, so thank you. So now moving on to my Alan. Alan, thank you for accepting my proposal to marry me. Today I stand here on my 32nd birthday as your wee wife, and I could not be any happier. I have no doubt whatsoever that we are going to have such a happy, loving marriage, as I really have found one of the best. And as you once said to me, no matter what, we will always have smiles for each other. I can't wait for the adventures ahead, and the last we'll share as husband and wife. So here's to us, my love, my mate, my husband, and my everything in between.
Well, how you meant to? I don't know. How you meant to compete with that there? Especially when the bride speaks at her own wedding. Like, I don't know. But I'd just like to start by welcoming you all here today to me and Andrew's wedding. So this is a bit, I'll go mad at here. Cheer. So, hold on, easy. So, on behalf of my wife and I, we'd just like to thank you all for putting in the effort today. Me and Andrew are just so truly grateful to have everybody here to and just share our special day with us. We're finally here. We made it. Whenever me and Andrew started planning today, nearly 3 years ago, just thought loads of time. Just all the time in the world, but nobody actually tells you how stressful it can be. And the couple of weeks lead up to the wedding. But they say we're easily agitated with each other would be an understatement. But we made it. We're here. We did. We made it. But no, everybody just tells you it's the best day of your life. And I definitely, whenever I seen Andrew coming walking down to be my wife, it definitely them words rang true. It definitely was. But everybody also tells you, that's the day just flies by as well. But hopefully that's not the case. Everybody just enjoys yourselves tonight. And that speech of mine could do with going on a bit quicker, but I'll try my best for everybody's sake, man. So, some thank you messages are certainly in order. So, firstly, to the beautiful bridesmaids, who are all looking amazing today. So, firstly, we have Zara. Zara is a close friend of Andrew's, and they first met each other when they worked together, and now just good friends for life. Just something special. And then we have Vicky. Vicky is Andrea's cousin, but first and foremost, Andrea's friend. And Vicky's been about a long time before I ever came along. And she could probably tell you a story or two about Andrea. Maybe them out rock nights in Ballintoy. Or whenever Andrea used to listen to Martin Manson. So yeah, Vicky's got a story or two, and she probably has a photo or two to go along with them stories. And then we have Danielle. Now Danielle, she's over. Where is Danielle? There you are, mate. There, she's over there with her partner Stephen. Now Danielle and Andrea are sisters. Now Danielle and Andrea have quite a few things in common. They can be both complete idiots at times and no wise. But they both have massive caring and loving personalities. So to all three of you girls, for me and Andrea, we just want to say thank you for being by Andrea's side today and always for supporting her. And yeah, just thank you for me and Andrea for just being here today, and it's just been excellent. So, it's my best man now. I had real sniffles here, I'm sorry folks. Maybe is it too late to get two new best men? I don't know. No, see these two boys here, they don't really need much introduction to a few years. So we had Denver and Johnny. Just absolutely brilliant lads. What's that, my trousers? Just get rid of that there. So, I know not everyone is fortunate enough to have such close friends since childhood. And to have you stand beside me today on my wedding day, well, it just makes me feel very blessed. So thank you both for today and for being such good friends over the years to me and Andrea. And just again to the two yous and our whole wedding party, just thank you so much. We're so lucky to have such good close friends. And yeah, so thank you to the whole wedding party. So to our parents now, both our parents. So I'd just like to thank David and Rosie. Thank you for accepting me into your home and Andrea's life all them years ago. You've always made me feel welcome and part of the family, and not once did I ever feel that I'd ever wanted to go round to the in-laws, which I think speaks volumes. I remember in the first... Oh, go on ahead, give me a clap. I remember in the first few weeks meeting you both, Rosie told Andrea she'd marry me someday. And of course, Rosie, you were right. You both should just be so proud of the selfless, caring, beautiful, independent individual your daughter's become. So from me and Andrea to you both, just thank you for everything. So to my parents, where are we at? Lorna and Arthur, there they are, over there in the corner. To Lorna and Arthur, Mum and Dad. I might have known about this table cheering. I might have known. Right, so to my Mum and Dad, I have terrible sniffles, folks, I'm sorry. Thanks for taking care of me, raising me, and always doing right by me. And obviously, for patting up with me. Mum, you've always did everything for me and Simon when we were weans. And you still do. And I remember very well when we were young being threatened to be taken to the bad boys' home or the police station if we didn't behave. So I suppose... did you get that too, Denver? Must have been in a slagging thing, I don't know. So I suppose thanks for never going through with them threats. But I'm sure it could be a thankless task raising me at times. But knowing you, Mum, if you had to, you'd do it all again. And that's why you're an amazing mum. There you are. Now, you always refer to me now as a modern man. That's all I hear nowadays. But it's just on how I help Andrea in the housework and whatnot. But I know that's just you getting at my dad for doing very little in the housework department. Not right, Ma? Now, you shaped me to be the independent man I am today. And as I start a new chapter in my life as a husband, I'd just like to thank you for everything, but I'll always leave my Mum. Yeah. Woo. So, Dad, that's how I say it. I might as well just say it how I say it. For so many years now, I've idolised you and your approach to life. If I could possibly be as easygoing, carefree and respected as you are, then I'll know I'll be just fine. The way you take everything in your stride and never complain is certainly to be desired. Right, I know, Ma, you might say different about the complaining, but look, we'll let him off for that. But well, you've taught me so much over the years, but just not quite enough to prevent me ringing you at any given moment when either something has went wrong, or I've decided to attempt to fix something or bleed a radiator and nearly flood the house, for example, which that did happen. That actually happened. Surprisingly, I know that happened. But surprisingly, when I do try and fix something in the house, Andrea suddenly becomes an expert in the matter. I don't know if any of the rest of you see that issue with your partners, but I have it on a regular basis. But you're both just so good to me and to Andrea. So we'd just like to both congratulate you on your 40th wedding anniversary this year. Woo! And I know if I can show Andrea, where I'm at, sorry, I'm lost. And I know if I can give Andrea as much attention as my dad gives our beloved brown boy Bruno. That's our dog. And my dad's inseparable. And Andrea can just show me the patience that my mum shows my dad, and then I'll know we'll be both just fine. So to both our parents again, we thank you and we love you dearly. Oh. Right, just a special thanks to all extended family and friends here today. It really does mean a lot to have you all here to just enjoy this special day with us. Everyone here has either been a part of me and Andrea's journey together or touched their lives in an individual way that we couldn't have had our special day without you. So to everybody here, thank you so, so much. We truly are so, so grateful. So grateful. And just also a quick thank you to our wedding vendors. Everybody's just been so perfect in making this day ours. It's blew us away. It's been absolutely amazing. Fair pianist Alison, their music, it was excellent. So everything's been perfect. And hi, just you, how long? I know we're married, but you don't have to start yet. I have that here, right? So Cora, we'll tell you what, the whole Beach Hill party, everybody at the Beach Hill has been excellent, but Cora's been dealing with us. But Cora, you've been absolutely excellent. Wherever she is, she's hiding. There you are. You've been so good with us and planned today, and everything just ran so smoothly. You're probably just another person who thinks that me and Andrew are just two complete idiots with some of the silly questions we're asking you. But no, sincerely, thank you and everything you've done and planned today. So, this is the main bit here now, to the main woman. I actually had to cut this down. I couldn't even say it to myself in the mirror. I was like tearing up. So, to Andrea, Mrs. Taylor. Is that right? Is that right? My wife. Well, this has probably been a long time overdue, Andrea. It's been, 12 years or so in the waiting. But look, if that's all the time you need it, mate, to build up the confidence to ask me to be your husband. You know, maybe Andrew just needed 12 years to realise she was doing the right thing. I don't know. So, no, being asked by Andrea certainly had its perks. I've been constantly able to brag at work and my friends that I'm just such a good catch that, you know, she had to ask me. But that's what I've been using anyway. But as most of you know the truth, Andrew just simply couldn't wait any longer. Waiting for me to do something at times can be a task in its own. As Trevor even mentioned in our ceremony, that where's Johnny at? Where's he at? Johnny Stewart? There you are, mate. Can I see? I actually had to just ask Johnny to ask Andrew for a number that night. I was that taken back, but Andrew, you really did blow me away that first night we met. And with your beautiful looks, and obviously, yes, your costume, and your amazing personality. But surprisingly, Andrew can't really remember much about that first night we met. Surprise, surprise. No, you truly did make a mark on me that night, and you have done it all again today. And you continue to do so, and I know you'll do it every day, and that's I'm certain of. Over the last few months, you've constantly asked me, can you imagine what I look like on our wedding day? That's all I've heard. But Andrea, you look absolutely stunning. You really do. And that's the way I see you every day. I know that. So Andrea, I wanted to tell you today, on our wedding day, that you're my inspiration in life. You make me strive to be a better man every day, and now as a loving husband. And over the last 12 years together, we've had some unbelievable times. And now I just can't wait to continue loving you, holding hands with you, crying with you, laughing with you, and even having silly arguments with you. I truly believe the reason in life I'm here in life is to do all these things with you and more by my side, and now as husband and wife. So thank you for making me feel like the luckiest man in the world, for being my best friend, and for being the smile that I wear on my face every day. Thank you for choosing this journey in life with me by your side, and I will always be there to share wherever and wherever this journey takes us. All right, mate. Look at me. All right, so I think that's me. I didn't really want to ramble on too long because I know I'm always at the point bursting for the toilet when the speech is going to the toilet, because I know he's right there. There's people who need the toilet. So I think Denver's going to say something, and then Johnny, and then just open it to the table if anybody wants to jump in. So if you all join me on your feet for a toast. I just want to toast to a good night, and then to the birthday girls. So we have Andrea and Miss Kelly Morrison. Woo! So happy birthday and cheers. Thank you. Woo!
Cheers, folks.
There you are, mate. Take your time.
Here we go. Now you're in bother, guys. No, it's not well. It's late enough. Just go easy on him. Oh, I'm easy.
Right.
Is this thing going?
That's right.
Hey, it's slow. Hey, I need that sound too. Hello there. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't already guessed, I'm Denver. And for those behind me, if you can't hear me, you'll not be missing much. I'm not going to keep you long here because Johnny is going to speak after me here. So, well, folks, I hope everyone is having a good day so far. I'm sure you all are. I want to thank Alan and Andrea here for including us in this very special day. I know how much effort and preparation you both have put into today to make it special for yourselves and everyone else here. Folks, I think we can all agree how beautiful Andrea is today. You look stunning. And a big happy birthday also. So, mine and Alan's friendship began all them years ago. When Alan and I started Primary 1 at the Slagging School. Back when Alan had his wee bowl cut and his full head of hair. You mind that? Growing up, well, that's if we hate growing up yet. I'm not too sure.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
We would do everything together, from going to school and youth clubs. We would ride the country. Shit. on our bikes. So,
oh, brilliant.
we would do a lot of sporting activities. We would do a lot of sporting activities like fishing and cycling, playing football, and then one at a time we would snowball mowers. So if any of you is hurt by that, I'll maybe get you back compensation later on. We would build a bonfire in the summer months, drink beer in the hut, and smoke fags under the bridge. Aye, yep. When I mentioned a bonfire, I wanted to light it one year, so away he went with his petrol and his lighter, and his fringe never recovered. We joined the band together and we worked in rights together, so I wasn't lying when I said we done most things together. So on nights out, I was trying to think of embarrassing stories of Alan. I could tell plenty of stories about other boys, but with Alan, I really struggled to think of anything. So, where are we at on this fucking thing? If you know Alan, you know. Shit. I really struggled to think of any. What the fuck? I should really have read that. I should have read this.
I warned him. I fucking warned him. Did they print it?
Right, I know where I'm at now. Right. You see, if you know Alan, you will know that it's the sort of boy that always keeps it together. Always organised and sensible, to some extent. That's the type of chap he is. When it comes to organising nights out or weekends away, Alan is always the boy to sort it out. Today, Alan, you are the groom, but in real life, you're one of the best men I know. I think everyone will agree on how well matched you and Andrea are, and I know you will have a happy life together. So, just a wee toast to Alan and Andrea.
Alan, Andrea.
Cheers. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, Cash. Oh, cheers. Sorry,
Come on me all of a sudden there.
Head, Johnny.
Thanks, Denver. Yep. Hello, everyone. I would like to begin by thanking Alan and Andrea for making me part of this day, and just how wonderful and obviously beautiful how Andrea looks today and all the bridesmaids. So I'm Johnny, for those who don't know me, and I'd be the most sensible one in the group. And I'm sure Alan and Andrea would agree. So I've known Alan for a while now, and I couldn't agree more with what Denver has just said. He's a top-class gentleman, passionate, with a big heart and soul. I'm sure everyone here would agree that Alan and Andrea are absolutely made for each other. It's evident to see the love, happiness and respect they have for each other. I have shared many laughs with Alan and Andrea, and today has been no different. I can't express how happy and excited I am for them on this wonderful day. So, Alan and Andrea, Andrea and Alan. Halloween night 2010, this romance began. Willy Wonka met Alan, a humorous gentleman. Within 6 months, the love certainly grew. A 21st birthday weekend in Liverpool was long overdue. After 6 blissful years, Boss Brinzo joined the crown, a Cocker Spaniel from Kilkeel, a handsome little man. Sunday hikes up a cliff is an all too familiar scene. To the top of the many mountains this trio have been. A charismatic home renovation was next on the list. A full year in progress with no detail missed. Glastonbury 2020 was simply not meant to be. For Alan's birthday, Andrea got down on one knee. The 22nd of April 2023 is this duo's wedding date. A birthday wedding to happily celebrate. Picturesque Beach Hill is where they will tie the knot. Together, they'll say I do without an ounce of thought. A venture as husband and wife certainly does await. First and foremost, remember to be each other's mate.
12 years of growth building, a love so sincere, a lifetime of smiles for each other, beaming ear to ear. And they say you don't marry the person you can live with, you marry the person you can't live without. That sums up Alan and Andrea perfectly. So I'd like you all to join me in wishing the new Mr. and Mrs. Taylor all the wealth, health and happiness in the world to the newlyweds.
Andrea, what can I say about you that hasn't been said before? Trustworthy, thoughtful and kind, the most beautiful to walk through the door. You and Alan are so perfect, it is plain for all to see. I could never think of a better pairing, you both suit each other to a T. What a life you both have, it is so full of magic. Beautiful home, the brown boy, and you're both so charismatic. I am proud to stand with you today on the happiest day of your life. I can't believe that my best wee mate has finally become a wife. On the day of the big proposal that didn't go to plan, the balloons all flew away, but you were positive and still said I can. COVID is to thank for the card and all the paint. Thank goodness Alan was back to work and there was still time to wait. Almost 3 years since then, it has been by in a flash, and there was definitely no question of a last-minute dash. So we've got our glad rags on, let's have a ball. Cheers to you, Andrea, the most perfect bride of all.
So you just like me to go out to the floor then? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, the couple would just like to open the mic up to the floor if anyone would like to say a few words.
So just obviously thanks to Alan and Andrea from us all. Brilliant day, loved it, everyone. On behalf of the band, we wish you a lifetime of happiness. Apparently getting something to the bad boys' house was going to Ballincollig. going by how it worked out. We need you back from Italy as soon as possible because the praise will be coming thick and fast. And just in a final note, thank God Nigel Bamford wasn't Bamford today. Thank you, Andrea and Alan, and wish you always only lifetime happiness. Thank you.
Sometimes I feel like I can't move on. Nothing in life is turning me on. But I still see clearly when I see you smiling. You know when nothing seems to fit, I couldn't see my way through the shift. With every single second of my waking day, them no more. Set us free, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I feel fine now. I feel fine, don't stop now. Oh no, no, don't stop now. Oh no, no, don't stop now. Only you can feel love. Don't stop now. Only you can feel love. Don't stop now. People will make love. Don't stop now. Only you can
The happy couple, everybody! Hooray! All right, let's get this party started.
Well, we sit down on Coldback Street tonight, and the people they were dancing to the music vibes. While the boys with the girls with the curls in their hair, while the shouting and the music waving there, and the song getting louder, drove better than before. We're singing the song, saying this is the life, and you wake up in the morning and you have this in the side. Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? Where you gonna see tonight? We're singing the song, saying this is the life, and you wake up in the morning and you have this in the side. Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? Where you gonna see tonight? Where you gonna see tonight? Singing this is the life, and you wake up in the morning and you have to exercise. Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? Where you gonna sleep tonight? Where you gonna sleep tonight? Break it down. Where you singing this song, singing this is the life, and you wake up in the morning and you have this exercise. Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? Where you gonna sleep tonight? Where you singing this song, singing this is the life, and you wake up in the morning and you have this exercise. Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? Where you gonna sleep tonight? Where you singing this song, singing this is the life, and you wake up in the morning and you have this exercise. Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? Where you gonna sleep tonight? We're singing this song, singing this is the life. When you wake up in the morning and you have this exercise. Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? Where you gonna sleep tonight? Where you gonna sleep tonight? Where you gonna sleep tonight?
Gonna close my eyes, girl, and watch you go, running through this life, darling, like I feel the snow as the tracer glide in its graceful arc. Send a little prayer out to you across the falling dark. Tell the reaper man and the stars above that you're the one I love. Yeah, perfect.